Hey, welcome back to Arcane Odyssey. Wow, is this place dry for content. Like, I've been getting nothing but Arcane Odyssey videos recommended to me on YouTube, and I haven't seen a single original idea. Everyone's like scrambling for content. It's hilarious. Anyways, today I'll be showcasing my Wind Conjurer. This is my main, the Master Alchemist main that got to 5 million brewing XP. I have to flex that everywhere I go, okay? It's obligatory for me. If I don't flex that, what was the point? Anyways, uh, where was I? Oh, right. For this one, I have two different sets. One where I use this cringe stuff, and another one where I use this Sunken Warrior helmet, except it had a Parasite and a Muscovite on it. 20% Muscovite. All of these have, like, most of these have attack knockback jewels. See? 10%, 10%. Sorry, if I charge, my slow walk will go away. I'm very proud of finding the slow walk glitch. This is my pride and joy. Uh, I had to switch up my playstyle because I just didn't like having defense. Wow, that's a terrible explanation for why I switched up my playstyle and setup. Anyways, I'll give a more detailed explanation later. This is just an intro. Cut to the PvP. Go! Hard cut! My best Pokemon. Alright, so in this clip, I'm fighting a Thermo Warlock. No, Berserker. Thermo Fist something. It doesn't really matter. Uh, Personally, I think that Thermo Fist is the best matchup that this setup can fight against, because it has terrible size. It has good punishes, but terrible size, which I think makes it really easy for me to just dodge everything. It does not matter how skillful you are, because I counter skill. Alright, so weapon choice. I need to explain my weapons. There are two important weapons I have, the axe and the knife. Now, your first question is, why the axe? Axe hasn't been good since ever, and the reason is it has this cool move called Raging Impact. See, Raging Impact is what I use to social distance. Like, get your 6 feet, sir. Sir, if you do not stay 6 feet away from me, I am slamming you in the head with this axe. Sound good? Good. It has, like, insane knockback. It's amazing for interrupting attacks, and not to mention, it has an amazing clash rate. Like, I've never seen it get outclashed. I barely see it get outclashed. That's a lie. I have seen it get outclashed. But it's almost never outclashed, and it's an amazing defensive option. Knife, on the other hand, is the probably best movement in the game. And it has a good clash rate. That's all. It's just, I get to go places, and I usually don't get damaged for it. I usually get away scot-free. Now, the third weapon has always been a bit of an awkward place for me. I currently, in this clip, I'm just using Katana because, like, people just say it's a generally good weapon. I, at this point, didn't know what I was going to use for my third weapon. I still don't have a third weapon. Like, I've just decided to cut it completely from my build. Like, it's just better if I don't have one. I just play better. But yeah, it's always an awkward spot because, like, I try to over-rely on my third weapon when I don't even need to be using my third weapon in the first place in most situations. Okay, moving on to the reason on why I switched off of this build. While I was using this build, I mostly just felt like I was flailing around like a headless chicken. Like, I was just kind of dashing places and spamming moves. Like, just running up to him, spamming Raging Impact. Running up to him, spamming Spiraling Fury. And then, once I was far away enough, just spam Beam, spam Trident. It was not ideal. It was just running around aimlessly like a headless chicken. And it obviously got very predictable. I PvP'd with the set with 2 different people, and each time I won the first round because they didn't know what to expect. They were like, what is this guy doing? What is he planning? What is he plotting? But like, I played three fights after each of those first rounds and lost all of them. Not a single one after the first round won. And that's when I really, like, realized, oh, that's a problem. I should probably fix my builds, and not really my builds, more like my playstyle. I just kind of altered my build so that it fit my new playstyle better. I mean, I think a lot of players are actually really predictable. It's not a huge problem, it's not something you have to fix, but when you run like only 100 defense, you kind of have to be unpredictable, or you're gonna get like swatted out of the sky, like instantly deleted, all of your HP gone. Anyways, boo-hoo, big whoop, I lost that fight. Not like I spoiled it or anything, but oh boy, I've got a story for you. Boy, do I have a story for you. Oh, I ran into someone that I never thought I'd see again. Now, before I dive into this story, I'd like to make it clear that there is no ill will between the two of us. We're cool. Well, we're not cool, but we're not enemies, you know? Acquaintances, if you will. Alright, so if you watched my one weapon warrior video, you might recognize this lightning sailor fist user. You might recognize his username. It's the same person from that video. Oh. Anyways, with that out of the way, picture the evening. One Friday evening on a cloudy night. Well, not evening. One Friday lunch period. I get a Discord ping. I'm out sick from school, and I get a ping on Discord. I check the general. It's from the general chat of the VTEX server. And I'm like, what? And then I look into it, and I click it, and it says, at winter, hi. Some random guy has just messaged me. At winter, hi. What the heck? I didn't know that people would do this. How did he find my Discord? What? Since this incident, I'd like to point out, my privacy settings have been changed, and you can no longer DM me or friend request me from the VTEX server. Yay. I will no longer... Please don't bombard me with, like... Please, no. Where was I? Give me a second. Oh, right, this guy. He said, at winter, hi, and then I checked my DMs. He sent me a DM request and a friend request. I slammed him with the no to the friend request, but the DM request, that was interesting, because in the DM request were the 3 words, I know what you did. Now, I personally would love to have known what I did, but I mean, so like, I had to take the bait. It was just, I was bored, I was sick, it was a Friday evening. I took the bait. I said, pray do tell, what did I do? And boy, it's amazing. Hold on. Alright, so after I say, pray do tell, what exactly did I do? He sends me a picture of this building. This random building in some city that I've never seen. And I'm like, oh, is that New York? Because there are 2 cities that I know of. Being a stupid American. It's New York City and Chicago. So I just took a wild guess. And then he sends me this symbol. That says Brooklyn Technical High School. I was pretty confused at this, as anyone would probably be. So I just assumed he took a really terrible guess at doxing me. This is never addressed again, by the way. We have, like, a bunch of DMs. Never again is this picture addressed. I try to bring it up, never again guessed. Anyways, I flexed that I'm a god-tier guesser, since it was actually in New York. I didn't know that Brooklyn was in New York. I had to look that up. And at first I thought this guy was gonna, like, send me an ARG on... send me off on an ARG journey relating to that school, and I was gonna have to, like, dig up the history to that school. And
That wasn't even close. I don't know why he sent me the picture of that school. Anyways, he's like, how do I turn auto emojis off? And yeah, I say, I don't know. And then says, yeah, I was just playing my favorite game, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Yeah, I'm addicted to that game now. And then he's like, oh, I saw this video on YouTube, and it's me. He sends me. I pretend I don't know which video he's talking about. I know exactly who this guy is at this point, because he also commented on that video with the exact same username. And then this goes back and forth. He's just like, oh, you did this thing, and I know what you did. He's not gonna tell me what I did, but eventually, he says, you know how you, like, used a trident to absolutely destroy me? I personally don't recall destroying anybody. I only remember getting completely rolled, but okay. And then he's like, do you understand now? And I'm like, yeah. But why'd you send me a picture of a school building? He completely ignores the question, and then he goes to defend his honor. I swear I went AFK. My dad was yelling at me in the background, and I had to give him something. Now, I didn't actually think he, like, quit the battle because he was about to lose, but I mean, I thought it would be cool for the narrative. And then he's like, oh, I got countered because I had no agility. I love how people blame their builds anytime they lose a fight. Anytime they're, like, almost lose a fight or are at a disadvantage. Oh, right, I forgot about this. This guy, this man, says, oh, I'm not a man, I'm a minor. What do I call a minor with a Chinese username? Child worker. Exploited child. Exploited child here. That's your new name. Hello, exploited child. He just says bye, like he's never gonna message me again. I call his bluff, so I say bye, I guess. Then he says, can I get a rematch? And I say, okay, I need more content anyways. Is it okay if I use another file? Wow, this story isn't, like, nearly as entertaining as I thought it would be. Oh well. A random guy just, like, stalked me on Discord, suggested the game Hello Kitty Island Adventure to me, and then just said that, oh, I swear I went AFK for a legit reason. Then complained about his build, and then asked for a rematch. Why did I find this so funny? I don't know. Anyways, back to the original topic of the video, my Wind Conjurer build. As you saw, I'm getting rolled pretty hard by this random Iron Leg Warlock. This is with the new and improved build. This build is focused more on punishing people for their end lag instead of, you know, running around like a headless cow. Like a headless horse? No. Headless chicken, that's it. And I've decided to completely forego my third weapon in favor of using burst pots. Because, I mean, I am the master alchemist. What kind of alchemist would I be if I didn't use burst pots in battle? I mean, a lot of people, like, will complain that, oh, using potions in PvP is cheating. Oh, that's too OP. But I mean, like, if it's a burst, can you really complain? Like, if you get smacked in the face with a bottle, can you really complain about the after effects of what happens? I personally do not think so. I only consider gels to be cheating. Is that the correct opinion? Probably not. But hey, I'll enjoy splashing people with Slowness 3 as much as I'd like, okay? Now, a lot of people might ask, well, what's the difference between this set and the last set? The main difference is that I have 100 less defense, but 40 more attack speed. I personally think that's a really good trade. And the other change, the other big change, is my playstyle. A lot of people might not notice it. I barely notice it. But when I'm actually in the middle of the fight, it's a lot more noticeable to me. Maybe it's not so noticeable to an outsider, but oh well. It's probably fine. But I'm getting a lot of predictions here, and just playing, it just feels a lot more smooth all around. But, I mean, that could also just be from the fact that I'm fighting an Iron Leg Warlord. Warlord? Yes, Warlord. And Iron Leg is like really slow, and he's using a full power build, doing like 300 damage a hit. Eh, I'm sure this is a fair comparison. Oh well. Anyways, before I end this, I'd just like to point out that I hit that slowness pot at the beginning and that parry, and I felt really cool after doing that. This match was probably one of the most fluid matches I had against this guy. It just felt so good to actually land a burst. Because, like, usually you just end up missing and wasting them.
I really decided right after I finished editing the video and went to record the conclusion, man, you know what would be good right now? A lollipop. I just grabbed a lollipop out of my kitchen and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat this now. I have to talk in the recording, but I'm still gonna eat this. I just ate a lollipop. My braces are in shambles. My braces, my teeth, they're in shambles right now. Oh my goodness. No, I'm just kidding. Don't break your braces, kids. It's not good for you. I had to put it back in the wrapper. It was so sad. Anyways, right. The build. Honestly, I think this build is mostly just future-proofing. It's mostly just future-proofing myself. The plan is to completely replace all of the gems on my gear with my 20% Muscovites. Ta-da! And probably like an 18%, wherever that is. I'm sure I have some somewhere. Or, you know, I could just craft another 20%. Crazy idea. And then, oh my goodness, once I have like plus what? How much is that? Plus 300% 300% total knockback. Once I have triple knockback, my axe is gonna like obliterate people's life. Like next update, my axe is gonna destroy everyone. Like you get touched by my axe, goodbye. Ravenna to Sailor's Lodge, free of charge. And that's just if you happen to get hit by a move with a massive AoE. Like, look at this. Massive AoE. Anyways, right. I like this build just because burst pots. It's not really supposed to be used for serious PvP, but like, hitting someone with a burst pot is funny. Also, my plan, the plan for this build, oh my goodness, electric pots. They're so overpowered. They're so good. They're so much better than volcanic pots. Not only can you mass produce them, but look how long they stun for. Watch this, and look how much damage they do. That long! Like, can you imagine that? Imagine just